In this video, I'm going to show you how to unbox and assemble your MeMover step by step. Hi, I'm Philip with MeMover, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to unbox and assemble your MeMover. The model which I'm going to be using is the Fit, but the instructions are exactly the same for the Speed. All the necessary tools are contained within the box. The only thing we're going to need is a sharp object to open up the box.
First, open up the box and remove the contents from within. This should include the steering column, rear frame with transmission and wheels, a handlebar set, and an accessory bag with a quick start guide, front fender, bottle holder, 10 and 13 mm wrenches, 3, 4, 5, and 6 mm hex keys, and a rear light adapter. Next, we are going to connect the rear frame to the front column. Remove the bolt inserted into the front column using a 6 mm hex key and a 13 mm wrench. Insert the bolt to connect the front column with the rear frame. It should connect the bushings on both elements. Place the nut on the bolt, but do not tighten it. Next, unfold the MeMover into a standing position. You should hear a click. Now, tighten the bolt connecting the frames. Finally, put the safety pin in. This is done as a precautionary measure. Make sure that it is placed correctly as shown here. Now, we are going to assemble and adjust the handlebars and the brakes. Lift the inner tube slightly by unlocking the quick release and tighten it back after doing so. Remove the top cap using a 5 mm hex key. Slide the handlebars onto the steerer from the top and tighten the bolts using a 4 mm hex key. Make sure the handlebars are at the very top of the inner steer and that the flat element of the steer is perpendicular to the stem. Put the top cap back in and secure it. The stem should be facing forward and point slightly upwards. Next, adjust the angle of the handlebars. Do this by loosening the 4 bolts in the center of the handlebar tube with the 4 mm hex key. The suggested angle of the handlebars follows the angle of the stem. Use the stripes in the middle of the handlebar tube to make sure that they are centered. Next, adjust the angle of the brake levers. Do this by loosening the bolt connecting each lever to the handlebars using a 5 mm hex key. The suggested angle here is around 90 degrees down from the handlebars, but again, you can fit that to your preferences. Now, we are going to attach the brake wires. Do this by threading them through the slots in the front column. The left brake should loop under the stem from the left-hand side and the right brake from the right. Align the lock nut and adjustment screw. Pull the brake handle and insert the wire into the slot in the brake handle, and slide the cable into the groove. Finally, screw in the lock nuts to secure the cables. Make sure that the front wheel is aligned with the handlebars. The easiest way to do this is by placing the front wheel between your feet, releasing the quick release, and adjusting the position. Next, we will attach the front fender by using a screw to secure it to the back side of the front steerer. Also, attach the rear light adapter by removing the screw on the side of the transmission and screwing the one for the adapter in. Lastly, you can attach the bottle holder using the 2 bolts. And if you have one, assemble the front rack to the front of the MeMover. And that's pretty much everything.
And there you go! In just these few simple steps, you can prepare your MeMover for your test ride. I'm Philip from MeMover, and see you in the next one. Signing out. I don't know.